see how much marvelous the work was done here during these days. And right now, I'd like to introduce our honorable experts who are present today with us at the TV show. So can I ask you please just shortly introduce yourself, your name and surname.
My name is Željko Tekić. I'm coming from Skolkovo Institute of Science and Technology. I'm coming from Moscow, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for being with us today.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Suhaib. I come from Jordan. I'm running a VC there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Artur. I'm co-founder of the largest crowd investing company in Russia. So I'm glad to see you here. I will pleasure to share my soul with you.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
So let's start this with the first pitch. Let's get to business. So should I invite the first startup?
Yes, please. Can I introduce the country? I'm so proud of it.
So yeah, so the country is...
The first startup is coming from is Russia.
Clap for them.
Please welcome the first startup, Q-Sky Software Project.
Yeah, and the startup works in the space of agriculture. Can we please have Q-Sky? 1, 2. So, good luck, buddy. Your time starts now.
Hello, уважаемый Рустам Нургалиевич, dear honorable guests, thank you for this opportunity to share our philosophy of agriculture. Agriculture, of course, is the most important industry on the planet. My name is Timur Tsunchuk. I'm a founder of Q-Sky Software Company, based here in Kazan. So the problem is, farmers today, they need very fast, actionable insights into their crops. So they need to take fast decisions, and it affects their profitability. And the market in Russia, in Tatarstan, is very huge. So we understand that the magnitude of the problem is very, very high. So traditionally, for a farmer to scout their crops, it will take days and weeks to walk or drive to see where the problem is, where the problem spot is. This is very costly, this is very time consuming. So what we are looking for, and at Q-Sky, we present a solution. So we analyze drone maps or satellite images, and we provide fastly an actionable report for farmers so that they know exactly where the problem is. So we are looking at this result, at the positive, at the profitability, to the success of farmers. So this is the real example. Last year, July 2017, Mamadish District, Republic of Tatarstan, a farmer invited us to see the problem on his field. There is a fungi on the field which affects some parts of the image, and you can see them in red. So within 3 hours, we were able to identify the problem, and we told exactly the farmer where the problem is. So the very next day, the farmer was able to send a sprayer to the field, and he was able to limit the problem of the fungi. This alone has allowed him to save at least $4,000 in the potential loss of the crops. So some about the numbers. At a small fraction of a cost, farmers are able to increase their yield by 10%, which translates into not less than 40% rise of profitability for their crops. So right now, we have a working prototype which is able to calculate a set of indices that show how the vegetation, how the crops are developing. We have a number of steps to take, and this is the very, very first step. But what's important is that we have worked over the last year with more than 50 farmers across here in Tatarstan, and we have proved that these technologies work, that they are able to use certain images and process them. So our clients are small and medium-sized farmers with different sizes of holdings in terms of hectares, and also banks, insurance companies that are funding farmers, that are providing some financial support. And it's very important for them to see how their crops are doing. Our competition, we understand that this is a growing market and competition is already quite strong, but we believe we have some competitive edge. We are using the cloud service, RGB indices, and many, many more. So we are charging at about 90 rubles per or $1.5 per hectare, and this translates into more and more profit for farmers. So our first stage is the base algorithm calculating indices, and we are looking for USD 50K at this. And the second stage will involve more development, deep learning techniques, machine learning and neural networks that will allow for more advanced reports to the farmers.
Great.
So we are happy to discuss.
I think the time's up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So coaches, yes, stay here. Do you have any opinions, any advice, any questions that you may want to ask or suggest?
If I've got a question, but don't take it a negative way. What is the new about the technology you're using here? Because it's everybody can, imaging the processing the images.
Thank you so much. That's a very good question. So what's called the golden standard is in the industry is what's called the Ndvi Index, which has been around for about 20 or 30 years already. But it is very expensive to take those images because that involves taking pictures in the infrared spectrum of the vision, the one that the human eye doesn't see. So we are using different indices that are processing the real images that every one of us will see with the naked eye. So these indices are more effective than in NDVI, and we have a set of these technologies. And even some experienced farmers very often say that NDVI fails. So this cannot be taken as a golden standard for the industry. This is one of the advantages that we are having. We are looking at world-class research. We are collecting information and trying to prove, and we have been quite successful in proving that.
How your customers, users, learn about your product? What is the channel that younger and older farmers will use to work with you?
So what he's trying to ask is, what's your marketing strategy? So he's asking the marketing strategy.
Right, thank you so much.
So how do you operate?
How they are going to use this product?
We're going to come to your... Okay, great.
I mean-
So I think they'll all like you enough that they're asking you questions all of a sudden. So there's a question on the marketing strategy and there's a question on the operational strategy as well.
Yeah. So speaking about how do we want to reach our clients, this is going to be a web-based platform. So we are not limiting ourselves to the clients that either have small piece of land or a large piece of land. So we could come and teach the farmers. If a farmer, say, has 20 hectares of a land, that's relatively small. So we could teach that farmer how to fly a drone himself, and then he just simply uploads the map, or we can help him in stitching the images together and processing the image. Same thing works for large companies, for thousands of hectares. For them, it would be more cost-effective to use satellite imagery, which today has quite good amount of resolution. The best imagery we could have at about 30 centimeters in pixel, which is enough for general calculations. And so that we can process the same thing too.
Great, so we're completely done on time. Good product. The only issue that I might feel and see, and others may feel the same, is the scalability. Apart from that, this is pretty interesting. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Excellent. Good. Round of applause for him, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Q-Sky Software. So right now, it's high time for voting. So please take your voting devices.
Yes.
Press 1 if you think that startup is investable. Press 2 if you think that startup is not investable. So let's see.
1 and 2. 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. And okay, so what I see is something very positive. Are we all done?
Something very positive from the participants, right?
Yeah, so
yes.
72 by 27. So it's a very good pitch. Well done, buddy. Good round of applause for him, please. Thank you.
Thank you.